Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside?
Carl, the Cobra Froch, a super middleweight multi-time. Here is Roy Jones Jr. from Pensacola, Florida. I'm from about 30 miles away, Bay Minette, Alabama. I've been hearing about this guy for over 10 years, and boy, has he backed up all that hype.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from Nottingham, England, a super middleweight champion of the world, Carl, the Cobra Froch. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing the newly crowned champion, holding a record of 20.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Missing with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecard. Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
One punch could change everything in this battle. There's a counter shot. Nice counter. These two fighters are made for one another. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Froch in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be.
On to the second round. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Nice counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Perfect. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about botching that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away.
And there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
How about that time counter shot? Good counter punch. Swing and a miss with that jab. The courage on display here is incredible. They miss with the jab. Catch and shoot. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. So about botching that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. On to the 4th we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. A perfect counter shot. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Those counter punches have to hurt. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about watching that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose. Here's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations and they throw them non-stop.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Good defense there to stop that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That jab gets blocked. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about crunch in that last round. The game plan does not seem... There's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these... Clearly his opponent was too much for him and he's thrown in the towel. And that is that. They surrender.